Bonjour everybody, welcome to the French Vanilla channel, and today I'm going to be learning 1 hour of France metas in Geoguessr. So, let's see how I do, and without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Alright, first up we have a major France. So, I don't know many French metas to start. I know a couple of ways to be able to identify like France from other countries, but for region guessing within France, I know very little. So there is an area code which is visible. So maybe it's like an area code potentially, but we were panned towards over here. So I'm wondering if it's maybe something to do with like the architecture type. Like we got kind of like pink, orangish like sides of the house with kind of like a dark gray roof color. So it could be something to do with that. And then there's kind of like maybe like a little bit of hills in the back with like a forest, but nothing that's super standing out besides like the phone number and the architecture. So let's just go like outside of Paris to start and we'll see where we are. Okay, we were not super close. We were a little bit further west, so this was the architecture black shingled roof meta. Black shingled roofs are primarily found in the northwest, the rough cutoff being the Loire River. Other areas include near the Belgian border, the south center, and the Pyrenees, making black roofs a good clue for Alps-Pyrenees toss-ups. Okay, so heavily concentrated up here, but can kind of be like all over, it looks like. Okay, black shingle roof. Any black shingle roofs? No. I feel like every time the first time I learn meta, whenever I do like a new video, I'm like, is the second one going to be the same one in a row? But unlikely. Okay, we are here in a roundabout, and we do have this kind of like sign with a bunch of like, you know, cities and stuff like that. I kind of don't want to look too hard at it at first because I mean I could scan for those cities, of course, but that's not going to be like a meta. Anything else at the roundabout? Not really. Okay, so let's take a look back at the sign because there's probably something here I should like understand. Okay, I'm seeing two languages on the sign. So we're seeing like French on the top, and then what is the language on the bottom? It reminds me maybe like more of like kind of like German. So I'm like, it's probably on the border, like somewhere over here, like definitely on the eastern side, like ever near like Belgium, Lux, or Switzerland, probably. I don't know particularly like which of the three I'm like leaning towards, but we definitely have like a multilingual sign, which I think is going to be pretty big here. So let's go near Strasbourg. Oh wait, also near the border of Germany. I don't know how I missed that. I just like saw Belgium, Luxembourg, and Switzerland. Also bordering with Germany, so. Okay. No. I was wrong about where it was, but I was correct about it being a multilingual sign, so that's what learning is. I'm going to get some things wrong and hopefully be able to remember the correct answer. Language Breton. So Breton is a Celtic language visually most similar to Welsh. Common letters include D, K, W, and the letter Nye, which is not found in French. It is commonly found on the Breton Peninsula, with bilingual street signs as east as Rennes and Rély, Nantes. The Breton word for street is Straed. Straed, we're going to be over here. Okay. Straed. Okay, so no shingle roof meta, no double language sign meta. It's definitely whatever this vegetation, like whatever is being grown here. I don't know off the start, but I mean we'll be told once we do guess. So we got kind of like a lot of hilly areas around us. Maybe it looks like winter or something like that. Let's go like southern France. I'll go near Avignon and we'll see. Okay, I should have said it out loud because, like, low-key I thought they were lavender fields, but I didn't want to be, like, stupid and be like, it looks like lavender, and it's just a completely different plant. But, like, I think some part of me must have known, you know, like, it was, like, lavender, and, you know, lavender is more common down here. But anyways, agriculture, lavender fields. Lavender fields can be found in the southeast, appearing as small gray bushes when not fully grown. Okay, we are in a city, so roof meta, no black shingle roofs, but like low-key the color of the house, like why does it remind me more of like Spain, maybe like the warmer like orange tone? It could be okay, so that's something about like dogs on a leash, question mark. I think I'll just go near Spain border. I don't really have too much else to go off of here, but I'm sure we'll learn. I think it is the architecture type that's going to be the meta here. Nope, it was on the coast, so not close at all. It was an infrastructure azur blue signpost meta, so on the French Riviera, Côte d'Azur in French, literally translated as blue coast, you can find regular traffic signposts painted azur bleu. Uniquely, Cagnes-sur-Mer, west of Nice, will feature lighter powder blue infrastructure. Note, blue infrastructure can be found to a lesser extent across all of France, particularly Brittany, so consider the landscape as well. Okay. So, blue signposts, we are near the coast over here. Okay. No signposts. What is the vegetation here? Maybe, like, vineyard? Or, like, I don't know. These are, like, really, like, short vegetation. But they're got kind of, like, branches. It's not like the lavender fields, like, from before. Maybe it feels a little bit more northern than, like, where the lavender fields are. So, I'm kind of gonna go, like, not too far south of Paris. Like, we'll go near Orleans and we'll see where it is. But I think it's definitely, like, whatever this vegetation is the meta. Okay, so I was correct that it was a vineyard. So it was agriculture wine meta. France is the second largest wine producer in the world with many famed wine regions. The most common include the area around Bordeaux, Southern Coast, and Champagne, East of Paris. Other regions include but are not limited to Loire Valley, Alsace, and Corsica. Okay, so correctly identified meta, but kind of incorrectly, like, identifying where it was placed. But I think it could be all over, like, the vineyard. So, like, I don't think, like, it was, like, the worst guess in the world because there's, like, a lot over here. It's kind of all over. I think it's fine. It's okay. 6.1K, let's keep going. Okay, we are in a road. I think the unique meta here is gonna be it's in Carrère. For some reason, I don't know why that feels like Catalonian, and I'm like 99% sure it is Catalonian because I think, like, I mean, I know we're not playing. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just, like, probably on France side, but near Catalonia, right? Does Catalonia, like, extend into France? I'm not super aware of that, but I think architecture wise it could fit, so let's see. Okay, that was a really good region guess, and I was correctly identifying that it was Catalan language. So the far southern department Pyrénées Orientales, also known as Catalonia Nord or Northern Catalonia, uses Catalan on their various signage. It is closely related to both Spanish and French, with the C with the CD under being considerably more common than in French. The word for street is carrère. Okay, so this one, like, I kind of knew because, like, I kind of know French and I know, like, the name for street is rue in French and it wasn't that. And then also I've studied Spain region guessing before. So was able to get a pretty good region guess there. Almost 4K, we'll definitely take that. Okay, no language metas this time, but we do have, like, a white house with kind of, like, an orangish roof. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with that. Is it something to do with sun? It says covoiturage. Maybe it's, like, a high occupancy, like, co-driving. I don't know exactly that word. I know voiture is car. White dash outer, okay. So I'm guessing probably some sort of, like, architecture meta, like, with this, like, style of house that we're nearby. Or, like, these ones over here. Ooh, do I see the thick blue signposts? No. But I also see a French bollard, so it could be just, like, a general, like, France meta. Maybe it's, like, here's what a French bollard looks like and how you can identify France. I don't see the signposts, though, so this one could kind of be anywhere, I feel like. I'm going to go near Clermont-Ferrand. Okay, a lot further south. So it was a landscape meta, actually. So mountains. The tallest mountains are found in the southeast and on the Spanish border. Okay, so I think, like, once I realized it probably wasn't, like, near Spain border, I probably should have guessed over here because I did see mountains, but I didn't really, like, lock it in my head that should, like, factor into my guess. But something that I will hopefully get better at. Mountains are down here and over here, like, the biggest mountains. Okay. We see a French bollard. Wheat? Question mark? Could be a different plant. We have some, like, wires and stuff up here, but I think this might be, is this a train line ever? So I don't want to, like, rely on that as, like, oh, it's like a new pole top or something. I think it's gonna be vegetation. It's cloudy, it's overcast. Let's go near Tours. Okay, it was corn. So not exactly what I said, but that is okay. So learning with new information. So cornfields are mostly located in the western part of the country, as well as in some areas in the east of Paris and around Lyon and Strasbourg. Okay, so kind of like all over if we're looking at this map, a lot on the coast over here, a lot near Paris concentrated, near Strasbourg and by Lyon. But I got a pretty good guess up here. I'll take 3,000. Like, that's definitely not bad. Okay, it feels like we've had this location before, or at least like a similar one. So hopefully I can remember what it is here. Or maybe I'm just like remembering like the architecture type, because I don't know if we've had this exact one. These roofs do not have black shingles. I do not see thick blue signposts under the sign. Do I see mountains? Not really. Ooh, double blue. But isn't that just like the new French plate, or is that the, like, we're near Italian border, maybe it's telling me, and that's like an Italian car that came over. Low-key, I don't know if I have anything else better to go off of, so I'm gonna go near Italian border. We're gonna go near Grenoble. Okay, also getting 2.9k. This is an architecture meta, so this was U tiles. So roofs in the south of the country will often be made up of rounded tiles overlapping one another, often varying in color. Okay, so not for the reason that I said, but I still kind of like stumbled upon the right answer, or like a close-ish answer anyways. But we definitely guessed in the south. So the U tiles, we guessed in the right area. 2.9k, we'll take that for sure. Okay, this sign says a lot of things on it. So from one of the previous rounds, I know that Brest is over here. We have multiple languages. So what was the name of the second language that was on the sign? Was it Breton? I think Breton language. We know we're at least probably somewhere in this section of France, even if it's not, you know, exactly like 5Kable. But I think I'm just gonna go with it and go up here because, I mean, yeah, we see two languages on the signs, like it says Roscoff and then Roscoe, and we know that this is over here, so let's go here. All right, perfect, amazing. We got 4K, so this was a language meta. So plus prefix, so towns with the plus prefix are concentrated in northwestern Brittany. Okay. Plus, Gazno, plus et gat. I mean, okay, so this is like going more specific into the Breton like language meta or whatever. But I was able to recognize, I think, like just like the city name first of all, but even without, like if it didn't have the city, I recognize the language. I'd be able to recognize even if I didn't remember the specific word. But now we know the prefix is if it has PLOU, more likely up here. Okay. All right, 14K, not bad. Let's keep going. Ooh, okay. No languages, I think. We do have a bollard, okay. Not really any like roofing metas that I think I can see, unless this is like a black roofing tile, but it's like not super clear, so I don't think that'll be the meta. Van driving, we're on the right. We've kind of got bushes all along the side of the road. What am I thinking here? Maybe it's a vegetation meta, like whatever this is over here, but it doesn't even look like something's being like grown here. This just looks like kind of like wild flowers or whatever. So yeah, I'm kind of like stuck here. I mean, like stuck as in like I don't really know what this meta is, but I'm not really sure of a region for this one. So we'll just go south of Paris. Like let's go near Troyes. Okay. These were a lot further north, or this was a lot further north. This was a landscape meta, British hedges. So rural roads surrounded by hedges blocking the view, reminiscent of the British Isles, are primarily found in the northwest, particularly in Normandy. Note, hedges by themselves are not sufficient for recognizing this area and are common all over France. Okay. Kind of up there if it kind of looks like France. Okay, we've got another vineyard. Is it the same vineyard as before? There were a couple areas where the vineyards were in France. I can't remember if this was the same exact France vineyard location, but I think one of them was up here near like Le Mans, so we're gonna go up here. Okay, I mean, we're a little bit further west, but that is okay because we at least identified like the correct meta and got an area where vineyards could have been. So I'll take 2K for sure. Okay, well, I'm on a boat. I mean, Wow. Okay, also just not what I was expecting to see. Like the shock on my face. I'm like, hello, France ever? Okay, but we've got a ton of yachts. We've got really fancy buildings, like a ton of like, maybe it's like white stone, white marble with kind of like orangish roofs. I feel like this is probably gonna be like some like boat meta off the coast of like down here somewhere, like definitely on the coast. Is this exactly like near Monaco? Potentially, or maybe we're just near like Nice ever. I don't recognize this particular like boat trekker, or I don't even know what you call it, like yacht trekker meta, because I can't see like the whole thing, but it's not big enough to be a yacht, so it's not yacht trekker. But I mean, like I think like going down here like we'll be close anyway, so let's just go like I guess in the water. This is like the one time we're guessing in the water is like I feel like I'm okay with that, because like sometimes I do a water hedge guess and like whatever, but yeah. Okay, so it wasn't like near Monaco exactly, but I mean like we knew we were along like the coast of France, so this was trekker, boat trekker. So several cities along the Côte d'Azur host boat trekkers in their harbors. Okay, I'll definitely take 3.8. I mean, we were definitely somewhere along the coast, and we got a pretty good region guess. We're not going to get the 5K exactly with a boat trekker, so I'm not too upset about that. Okay, CBC rue and avenue, okay. Itinéraire d'évacuation, royal, okay. Tour carré, carré. Ooh. Les palmiers. La belle aurore. Les palmiers. I think we're on the coast again. No? Like, I don't know if it's the same exact place as before, but I'll go in Cannes because that's where we were before. Okay. Wait, I think this is a fine guess. I like gaffs, but like I think, yeah, we were just in a different city, but we're still along the coast. So this was in Sainte-Maxime. So it was the Azure Blue signpost, which I didn't look at because I think I just saw like the abundance of like boats and yachts and stuff. And I was like, okay, we're definitely somewhere on the coast. But good to know this additional meta to confirm kind of like a region of where we are. Azure Blue signpost, we're on the coast. Okay. Ooh, this is an interesting sign because I feel like it doesn't feel like the most French, like this first like city or whatever, like Carenbourg. So maybe it's like whatever like the ending is, like Bourg, like maybe that's like somewhere over here, because I'm like thinking like near Strasbourg ever, you know, because like Bourg is the ending that makes me feel like maybe more closer to Switzerland or Germany. Granville, I don't know. We do have a lot of blue signposts though, which is no, but we're not near the coast because it's like too like mountainous and stuff. Yeah, let's go here near Strasbourg and we'll see if the ending of the street name is the meta here. Okay, nope, we're just completely on the opposite side of the country. Okay, so France language town suffix V. So knowing basic toponymy in France is crucial for region guessing, particularly suffixes. So V can be found in Grand Est and Normandy and sometimes in between. Okay. Okay, so here are the France major toponyms infographics. So let's take a look at this because I think this is the first time I'm seeing this one. So AC ending is more concentrated in like the southwest. AS looks like it's more in the south, but kind of all over. AT or at is more in the center, south center. AY is like kind of all over the north, it looks like. It doesn't look like too heavily concentrated in any one region of the north. EY is more concentrated on the eastern side up here, kind of between like Belgium to Switzerland borders. Goat is more in the northeast. V is all over, kind of, it looks like. I know it says it's like toponymy for region guessing, but there's north and south locations. Oh, and then the endings for Heim, Aachen, and Iller are just very, very on the border with Germany, which that one makes sense because those like feel more German. Okay. I'm going to play this map one more time and see how many more France region guessing metas I can learn, and then we'll move on to the second France region guessing map. Okay. Ooh. I think this is a new location because I feel like I would remember this like crane. I mean, I know the crane's not the meta here, but that does feel like very unique. Okay, so what do I see around me? What can help me to region guess? The license plates? They have the blue strip, okay. This says chemin something. So I don't think it's a multilingual sign. Do I see a thick blue signpost? I do not. Any vegetation growing? I don't think so. I don't see any like wine or anything. I can't really see like the phone code over there, so I don't know if it's like a phone code meta. Ooh, the black shingle roofs. This was like the very first one I learned, right? Or at least it was on the first location that I learned. I don't know if this is exactly the same. Black shingle roofs. Where were they? Maybe more in the north? I don't exactly remember. I remember learning it, but I couldn't remember where. Let's go near Versailles aussi. Okay, I'll take getting above 4K. That's fine. This was not the meta that like is showing here, but I don't think it was like incorrect, but feel free to correct me down below if that wasn't like the black shingle roof meta that also applies there. So France infrastructure, city name, road signs. So street signs in the metropolitan area of Paris often say the name of the city, which is generally atypical for street signs in France. The signs will often be made in a modern design, and many city names will be river-based, notably named after the Seine and Marne. This can be seen sporadically throughout the country, so consider other clues. Okay, but heavily concentrated near Paris. Okay, definitely some sort of tree meta, because we don't see any road signs. Why does this feel so tropical too? I'm like a little bit confused. Like, I want to say these almost look like Parana pines, you know, or like monkey puzzle or something. Like, it's some sort of like really tall tree with all the puffy things at the top. But it reminds me of that, but I know it's not that exactly. Oh, pink cherry blossoms. Is that a cherry blossom? Pink tree. Pretty either way. But yeah, why does this feel so tropical? I'm like a little bit confused, but it is France region guessing, so maybe we'll learn whatever kind of like tree this is. This is like, do the houses even seem like France? Like, this feels like, I'm so confused by this. Okay, is it ever like coarse ever? Is that a crazy shout? Like, it just feels so tropical, and I'm like, this does not feel like France, like off instinct, but I'm gonna go course. Like, that could be, this could be the craziest poll of my life. Like, guess if it's correct. I don't know, but I have no clue where we are. We'll learn whatever the vegetation or tree is, hopefully. Let's see if we're in course. You know, you win some, you lose some. Okay, so it was an architecture meta, Basque architecture. So white houses with often colorful timber framing are a staple of Basque architecture that extends beyond the Basque-speaking area. The timber frame color, in this case red, will be consistent with other wooden elements like window shutters and gates. They're also common in northern parts of Spain, where the timber frames are usually unpainted. Okay, so definitely not coarse, definitely more southwestern of France, kind of near northern Spain. Okay. So I think it's going to be some sort of like sign / language meta over here. We do see like a lot of hills and stuff around, but we're kind of panned towards the sign. So let's take a look. Montpezat de Quercy, Montpezat de Garçon. There's like a symbol on the sign, which is like kind of like a red square background, and it almost looks like a yellow cross, but it's like got like 4 points. Montpezat. Oh, Montpezat. Those are two different languages, right? Pesat and Pizat. Montpezat. Is this Catalan ever? Montpezat, Pizat. Pizat sounds more French, definitely. But I feel like the symbol, it definitely means something. I don't know if it means Catalonian exactly, but that's my best guess that I have so far. So I'm just gonna go down here. Okay, nope, we were a little bit further north, so only got 1.3k there. That's okay. This was a language town suffix Quercy, so just gotta remember where like the suffixes are more common within France. Okay. Okay, so vegetation, corn, question mark, wheat, question mark, but that's kind of found all over. This sign is upside down, which I don't know if it's supposed to be upside down or if someone just like put it upside down, you know? But what does it say when it's upside down? Sont morts de Türen. Sonst macht die Türen. I don't know if that ending stands out to me particularly in my head for any specific area, so let's see. Okay, well, I could have just like not read it upside down if I looked over here. We have Saint Maud de Türen on the sign. We also see 04 area code. So area codes I don't know yet, but later on in the video I will know because I have like a phone code map, and then I also have like the phone code Plonk It guide for at least like the first digits of the France phone code, so I will hopefully know that within the next couple of minutes, but I currently don't know, so let's just go near Paris, I think, and we'll see either where this phone code is, or maybe it's like something to do with the language of the sign. Okay, it was the suffix, it was Türen, the ending, and it was closer to like Tours, so a little bit more southwest of Paris. Okay. Okay, no signage, no language. What am I thinking here? No thick blue signposts. Blue and blue. Is this ever near Spain border? Like up here, like something to do with the shutters maybe? Like the color of the shutters and the gates and the... Yeah, this one I'm a little bit confused with. It says rue. Yeah, I'm gonna go here and we'll see where we are. Okay, we're a lot further north, which, wow, did I not recognize that was a Paris street sign? That's like low-key embarrassing. Okay, so infrastructure, Paris street sign. Paris uses an iconic green and Prussian blue design with a top arch that has also been replicated in Bucharest, which is in Romania, which is sometimes referred to as the Paris of the East. I've literally never heard that. Okay. The simple rectangular form of the sign can be found in the towns nearby and rarely in other cities. You know, I should have thought about that more because I've definitely seen like the arrondissement signs before. We got 6.3K, not bad. Let's move on to the second map. All right, second up, we have a learnable France, no car, camera metas. Let's see. Okay, definitely different than some of the other metas we've had so far. So what I'm noticing is a ton of brick around on all the places. So I think brick is maybe more common in the north, right? Like up here. So I'm gonna go near Amiens. But I think that's just because like in Belgium and like Netherlands and stuff, so... Yeah, okay, we were even closer to the Belgian border, but that wasn't that bad. So this was an architecture meta, Haute de France. In this region, red brick houses are really common. Okay. Wow, we're in a city. Okay, I'm like, I don't know why I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm a person trekker, you know, this is interesting. I've never seen this building before though, but I'm guessing we'll learn where it is shortly after. Okay, we have restaurants. We have 01 area code, which I again don't know yet, but maybe this is supposed to be a recognizable place. Gare de something Corcoran. Okay, so train station is Gare. Are there anything else, or is there anything else I can use to help region guess? Marie-Claude de la Cathédrale, no. Yeah, I don't know exactly where we are, so let's just go in Paris. Okay, we're a little bit south of Paris. We'll definitely take that though. This was a phone code meta. Okay, so we're starting to learn a little bit now. Phone codes Ile-de-France. So in France, phone codes starting with 01 are landlines located in the region around Paris, Ile-de-France. Okay. 01 near Paris. A 1 near Paris. Ooh, this does not feel like France architecture. This feels like Germany. Like, I'm just like immediately like plunk it over here, kind of near Germany-Switzerland border, you know? This does not, yeah, I'm like really confused here. Okay, so we see two languages on the sign. So we see Plibourg, Luxembourg. Okay, a lot of bourg endings, which I feel like are more common here. Despite last time me guessing over here and it was a Borg ending and I didn't notice it, but yeah, this just feels so like Germanic to me. So I think I'm just gonna go near Switzerland, Germany border down here. Okay, even further north, but still near Germany border, so I don't hate the guess to be honest, but this was an architecture Alsace meta, so many elements of Germanic architecture are concentrated in Alsace, such as timber framing and a half-hip roof. Furthermore, roofs with fish scale tiles are more common in this region. Okay. Ooh, mountains. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so we have mountains. We have Zone, La Ravenna, whatever that is. White dash outer. Okay, so which mountains are these? Are these the mountains that are the Pyrenees, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it feels like closer to Alps, ever. I'm gonna go over here. I think we're definitely like somewhere in the south of France, like either along Spain border or, you know, Switzerland, Italy border, but let's see. Okay, so it at least shows like the right mountain range. So, well, it's not showing me the mountain range as like the meta clue, but I think like had a better vibe for like just telling apart the two mountains. But anyways, toponym Savoie. So in Savoy and sometimes in Jura along the Switzerland border, toponyms ending with OZ or AZ are common, which is really unfrequent elsewhere. Okay, unfrequent. Is that a word? I guess I've never said it like that before. Infrequently, maybe? But here we are near Mont Blanc currently, and I think 2000 is a pretty good guess, so I'll take that. Gabini, Église Romane. I mean, does that mean we're near Italy border? But I mean, like, Rome is very far away. So what are other metas we can see? I mean, Église is church, right? Maybe it just means like a Roman church. Maybe it's not like Roman, like Roman. It's like Roman Catholic. But I mean, like, okay. We have buildings that are maybe like concrete blocks with like orangish like tiles on the roof. Garbini sounds more Italian to me for some reason. Passage sur levé. No, passage sur levé, because the accents are to the right. A. Where do I think we are? I mean, we're in a very mountainous area, so I'm gonna say, let's go near Italy border again. We'll go near Briancon. Course. Okay, this is the first course meta we've had. So language course. So on the island of Corsica, you may find bilingual signs in Corsican, a Romance language that utilizes many features found in Italian, like words almost always ending in vowels. In particular, the endings in u, iu, or ju, changed from o/io, are common in Corsican. Moreover, place names will usually have an Italian origin. Okay, I mean, why didn't I think of course that round? Okay, because I was like, it feels like so very Italian, but hey, you live and you learn. Hopefully we'll be able to recognize that in the future. Let's keep going. Okay, ooh. Gen 3 question mark? Okay, what do we have? We have Massac Certain, Réseau Régional, okay. What does that say? Pyrenees. Pierre something. So maybe we're near the Pyrenees. Accès au train. I mean, I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm just like reading the signs now, which I don't know if that's supposed to be like the meta here, but yeah, I mean, Pyrenees, we're gonna go down here, near Spain border, Tarn, like, is that a city I can quickly scan for? Because we are near a train station. I'm like low key, like if I could find that, I think I could 5K easily, but if I don't find it that quickly, like, that is okay. Andorra. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna find it. That's okay. We're just gonna go here near Spain border. Oh wow, we're a lot further north than I expected. Okay, so this was a regional flags and logos Occitanie meta. So the Occitanie region has an easily recognized logo which also appears in the regional bus stops next to the acronym LIO. Okay. And that is kind of here in the southwest. So I didn't guess in a horrible region. I was just a little bit too far south for this particular round. Okay. This is a bus stop post, but it's thick and blue, but I don't think it's like near like the coast, like that one blue signpost meta, I think. Ooh, it says La Région Rhône-Alpes. So we're thinking somewhere over here probably, right? Châteaume, La Chapelaude. Is that some place I've heard of? Das. I mean, I think we're gonna be... Actually, we might not be like near the border. We could be like a little bit further inland. Yeah, let's go here because of like, it says like Rhone Alps, and we'll see. Maybe I should go further up. Yeah, let's go further up. We'll go near Albertville. Okay, we were further, like, a lot further inland. We were closer to like France label click. So regional flags and logos. Auvergne-Rhone Alps. Okay, the logo of the region Auvergne-Rhone Alps is very frequently found near town entry in this region. It is blue and white colors with a simple shape make it easily recognizable. Okay, so kind of from center label click to like Switzerland border. Okay. Sauf means except. Rue de l'Église Saint-Louis. Okay. Rue de Pont-Noël. Noël? I feel like the Y is not very common in French, so that is... Something is tipping me off here. Rue Ernest Maillet. What do I think this is? Pont-Noël. Is there another language? Is this like a regional language maybe? Rue Noël. Is this ever near Belgium border? Why does it like low-key feel like Belgium? I think it's also gonna be whatever this like symbol is, kind of like a red. Is it a fleur d'île? Like I think so. I could be correct there. That is a balloon. I thought that might have been a dog or something. Yeah, let's go near Belgium border and we'll see where it is. I'm gonna go near. Let's go Saint-Quentin. Quentin. Okay, it was like the Fleur de Lille. Fleur de Lille. It was street sign Lille. So street signs with a red slanted fleur de lis are unique to Lille. Lille. En français. Okay, we have signs here. So it says Hallingen and then Hubersfint. No, it's Hubersent and Franco. Sorry, it was like, it's hard to read because like the letters are kind of faded because of like the sunlight shining on them so long. Do you have anything else besides these signs? We kind of got bollards, rolling hills. Okay, so not super helpful, but I think it's going to be some sort of like street ending like meta, like it's common in a particular region. Franco, that, I mean, that feels kind of more Spanish than French, but the G-H-E-N feels like Germanic maybe in like the ending. So I'm going to go near Metz. Okay, a lot further north. So, a France toponyms letter W meta. In France, village and city names containing the letter W are almost all found in Alsace or in the northern regions that are closer to Belgium. Okay. Usually Alsatian names are recognizable due to the language proximity with German. So I don't think I guessed in too bad of an area. Like, we definitely guessed in like the northeastern coast, but this one just happened to be a lot further north. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Porto. Isn't Porto in Portugal? Porto in Masso. There must be more than one Porto. Okay. So, Calenzana, Boca de... Ooh, that feels so Italian. Calenzana. So maybe we're in Corse. Because Calenzana. Yeah, that just like doesn't feel very French. Galvi. Monzo and Porto. Let's just do a quick scan of Corse and we'll see if we can see any of these city names. I don't have a 5K exactly, but I mean, I feel like this is like the first time where I've like, I've like had a very strong feeling that we're in Corse and I think it actually is Corse this time, unlike the other time. So, Monzo and Porto. Actually, is that what it's going to show up as? Let's see. Porto Vecchio. So maybe? Monzo? Maybe I should do one. Zoom out. Monzo. Okay, Monzo's 13 away. Monzo is 13 away. Galleria is 5 away. So is there a place called Galleria is closer. We're somewhere up here. Okay, hold on. Actually, maybe 5K. Well, not the point of the video, but hey. If I can do it, D81. This is a D81. Okay, kind of curves. Are we near Monceau. I think we're in, are we in Monceau? Commune de Galeria. That is not what it says over here. Okay. Hold on, closer to Monceau. Where's Monceau? Commune de Galeria. Oh, we're on a D3. Okay, we need to go on the D81, I think. Oh, wait, hold on. Is the D81 behind us? D81 is Calvi's that way. Calvi's to my left. Where's Calvi? Yeah. Osani. I feel like it's like so close yet so far. I'm like, this ever... Is there a river? Calanzana Galleria. Okay. The D351. Okay, D81. Where does the D81 meet the D35? This is a D351. So this? Galeria? Wait, I think this is it, right? I think this is the 5K, or it's like super close. Oh. I want to get the 5K, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. This looks like an office of tourism, right? Yeah, I think this might be it, but either way, I'm going to get a really good score here. Let's see. The sigh of relief. Okay, guys, I got a 5K on a France region guessing map. Let's go. Definitely not the point of the video, but a highlight nonetheless. So, of course, we had the right meta identified to start. So it was language course. And I didn't like notice it off the start. Sorry, it was more once I spun around and I saw like, oh, it kind of reminds me more of Italian. And I was like, okay, I think we're maybe in Corsica. But so that's kind of my thought process of how I got there. And then the city names I scanned for a little bit. And then, of course, the 5K from getting the routes and everything. But anyways, island of Corsica, find bilingual signs of Corsican, a Romance language that utilizes many features found in Italian, and that's kind of what I did there. So, woohoo! Ending on a 5K for that round particularly, getting a score of 10,000 overall, which means half of my points came from that final guess, which is okay. I'm going to play this map one more time, and we'll see how many more metas we can learn, and then I'm going to move on to the area codes, like, guide, and I'm playing an area codes map for France. Okay. We've had this run before, I think. The mountains. Very mountainous area. Ooh, the AZ ending. The AZ ending. It was like... Was it up here somewhere? Okay. It was like so zoomed in, like I couldn't even see any roads or anything. So that's like an extremely good region guess. It was 4.7. It was a Savoie toponym. So in Savoy and sometimes in Jura along the Switzerland border, toponyms ending with OZ or AZ are common, which is really infrequent elsewhere. Okay, yeah. I think I got them more from the mountain ranges and like remembering that I had the round before and not particularly the street endings, but good to know that it is there. Okay, nothing I think I recognize off the start. So let's see. Canyon. Okay, I can't read anything else on the sign. Blue and blue. This feels more, doesn't it feel like a Belgian pole, but like we're in France, so not Belgium, but maybe it's near Belgian border? I don't know. I'll go near Rocroi. Nope. We were near Paris. So it was architecture Ile-de-France. So walls made of uneven cream colored to orange stones, glued with mortar and often incorporating red brick details, can be found in a town surrounding Paris. Note that the city of Paris itself generally does not have this architecture. Okay. Ooh. This place is so brick. Okay. Les Carmes, Saint-Cyprien, Hôtel-Dieu, Côte-Dinon. Wow, why is there so much brick around? This is such an interesting, like, it's also, like, very, like, bright. Like, I feel like this feels like sunset or something like that, which you don't see a lot of, like, sunset coverage. Anyways, where do I think we are? Are we... Ooh, there's a coat of arms on it. Ooh, okay. Rue du Tabac, and then it says Carrière. Something del Tabat. So, maybe I'm thinking it's near Spain border. Maybe it is Catalan, question mark, but I think, like, the street name for street in Catalan is carrer, but it seems more similar to that than like any other like, yeah. I think it seems similar to that, even if it's not that exactly, so I'm gonna go here. Okay, this was not a language meta, although I think the language meta may still apply here, even though it's not what it says. So, architecture Toulouse. So, in and around Toulouse, mainly in old towns, you'll commonly find bright orange brick buildings. They differ from brick houses near Belgium by the bricks being brighter, as well as somewhat Mediterranean-looking architectural features, such as wooden shutters being common. Okay. So, definitely an architecture meta. White and red. I feel like one of the shutter metas was like something to do with like the architecture up here near Spain border. White and red. So I think I want to go there. And I think it was like this region specifically of France. Okay, I think something might be broken with the map, or not the map. Maybe it's just like something to do with like the map loading or whatever. But we were zoomed in really far. But we still got 4.2, so I'll take that. So it was Pays Basque architecture. So white houses with often colorful timber framing are a staple of Basque architecture that extends beyond the Basque-speaking area. The timber frame color, in this case red, will be consistent with other wooden elements like window shutters and gates. Okay, I'll definitely take that. 4.2 is good. Okay, nothing that is like standing out off the start. This like church top is very interesting because this almost looks like the scales of a dragon, like the way that the like, you know, the roofing tiles look, and also like kind of like the colors of like a snake or something like that. I don't know, but it's just like very like mesmerizing. I really like the color pattern up here. We got a weather vane on top. Okay. I mean, honestly, I could probably use that to find like directions or something, but we already have a compass in the map, so I don't particularly need that right now. Yeah, I don't think anything is standing out from metas I've currently learned, but maybe this is either new meta or one that I've forgotten. So let's just go near Pratier and we'll see where we are. Okay, all the way across France. So this was architecture Franche-Comté. So in the older region of Franche-Comté, it is really common to find bell towers with an imperial-style dome along with glazed tiles. Okay, so I guess glazed tiles is like the name for like the pattern that, yeah, I saw at the beginning. I was like, oh, it looks like a dragon or it looks like a snake or something like that. 12,000, not bad. Let's move on to learning some phone codes for France. All right, so I have the Plonk It guide up for France, and I'm not going to read like every section of the Plonk It guide. We're just going to take a quick look at the France like phone code map, at least for like this first section of numbers, so we can get a general idea. So it looks like French telephone numbers are 10 digits long, with the first two pairs of digits being two separate area codes following two patterns. So 01 is in Ile-de-France, and 2 through 5 go clockwise from the northwest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so starting in Paris, it's 1, and then you go left, it's 2, and then you go above Paris to the right, it's 3, to the bottom right, it's 4, and to the bottom left, it's 5. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So almost making like a number 9 shape if you think about it, with like 1 being like the point, and then making like a little circle at the top for 2 and 3, and then 4 and 5. At least that's how I'm thinking of it right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 2 is in the far north, with the numbers generally increasing anti-clockwise. 9 is an exception, being found both in the far northwest and far southeast. Okay. So I know that there's secondary phone codes as well for France, but I think for today, since I'm like just learning France metas kind of for the first time, I just want to focus on getting the general groups of numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see how I can do on a phone code map. Recommended for NMPZ or no move. I'm going to do no move in case it's not zoomed into the correct phone code or area. Okay, so not zoomed into the phone code there. So good thing we were playing no move. Okay, 3. So Paris is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 is more northeast. So let's just click in the middle here. Okay, not horrible. I mean, okay, something is up with this map. Like, I don't know if you guys see it, but like, why is this so like angular and weird? I mean, yeah, something is up with this Google Maps today. Okay, so definitely not like any of the mapmakers faults. It's like something to do with just like loading in Google, I guess. But like, this is so Weird. Anyways, so we're kind of in the northeast area, but I think the 3 extends to a larger region of France. So it's going to just help me to get like a general better region guess, even if it's not an exact 5K, which is okay. 3 again. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll take it. I mean, I know I'm not getting like a great score here, but I'm like at least placing the right like region with like the first numbers. Okay, 2 or 1, 2. So 2 is more over here, more to the west. But I think it could be like this whole like quarter of Paris. Oh, it could be this whole like quarter of France almost. So, I mean, it's like a very large region of France, but at least I'd be able to get not Paris plonk here. So 2s are over here, just kind of plonking in the middle. Okay, 2.9, not bad. See, getting better. 2 again. We're gonna go the top left. Does it have a city name on here? Let's see. Okay, funeral home. Côte d'Avilac. I don't know that city, so let's just go here. Okay, wow. So we guessed an area where the 2s could have been, but a lot further west. Kind of close to Brest. Okay. Oh, 03. I was like, where is the area code? 03. So 03, so 1, 2, 3. Is there anything that can help me? Because we have a lot of information around the, maybe I can get a 5K because there's a lot of bricks. I'm also thinking maybe closer even to Belgium border. Les meilleures pièces au meilleur prix. The best pieces at the best price. Wow. Okay. Nope. Yeah, I don't think I see a city name. Maybe it's like here on the sign, but let's go here. Okay, so combine both the area code there and kind of the brick architecture. Got it close to Belgium border. If this was like a world map and, you know, we're playing duels or something like that, this would be a lot better score. But of course, because like the points are only counting like within France, it's not the greatest score, but it will help me to improve like my France region guessing in the future. All right, 7K, not bad. Let's keep going. Okay, 2, 1, 2. So 1s are here in Paris. 2s are more west. So let's go here for now. Is there a city name anywhere around? Those are not city names. Those are just places within the city. Festival, Beauregard, Juillet. No, Normandy? Does it say Normandy there? I think that's what it says, right? Something like that. La Poste. Okay, nothing with like the city name. So let's just go here and we'll see. All right, we got 3K, not bad. We're a little bit further south of King, but we guessed in an area where the 2 area codes could have been, so I'll definitely take that. Okay, 04. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4s are in the southeast. Southeast. Okay, so currently putting it near Valence for now. Anything else to help me maybe get a 5K, maybe at least see the city? Église Saint-Armand. Okay, that's just like the church name, not the specific city. If I could see these signs over here, maybe I could get the city. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it here. 5 Chemin de la Rubine. Senat? Senat, is that the city name? Maybe. Let's just go here in the southeast of France. Okay, 1.8, not bad. It's okay. Y'all see this too, right? Like these like angular mint green shapes. Like something is not loading. Something is interesting with the recording today, or just like how the map is loading. But 1.8, we'll take it for sure because we're at least in the right region. Ooh, 5. Okay, this is the first time getting 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5s are down here. Southwest. I'll go a little bit north of Toulouse. Okay, I mean, only 900 points, but still it was in the southwest of France, so we'll take it for sure. Okay, 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking near Reims for now, and let's see if I can get a city name anywhere, and if not, that is okay. Oh, there is Strasbourg. Strasbourg is over here. Okay, D421. Can I 5K this? Now I'm like, hold on, we'll see. Because the map is like loading a little bit weird, so some, like, you can even see over here near Stuttgart, it's like, it's not showing like the, you know, the elevation and stuff. So let's see. A4 and D421. So A4 is probably bigger. D420, but I think it's a 421, right? So, oh, genau. Is that what it says? Strasbourg. I feel like we're not going to be that far from here. Oh, A4 is here. Okay, so A4, D41, but not D421. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to 5K with like how this map loading is like being interesting right now, so that's okay. We're still gonna get a really good region guess. I'm guessing in Strasbourg. Let's see. Okay, just a little bit further north, and there's the 421 right there, of course. We got 421 2K though, so we'll take that. Only 23 kilometers away. Ooh, 6. Wait, I did not learn a 6, huh? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6? Are there any other area codes? Help. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm kind of like sunlocked. Like, what? Where's 6, huh? I mean, is it like course ever? Like, I didn't learn any course area codes, but maybe that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the 6? I'm so confused right now. Don't know where it is, but low-key, let's just go in course. Like, we'll see where it is. But yeah, I didn't learn 6, so this is confusing me a little bit. Let's see. Okay, we were just in kind of like the Pyrenees region, so right above like Spain border in the southwest. The 6 is confusing me though, because it was like not a 5, right? Or did I not read the number right? Or maybe 6s are also down there. I don't know. But we got a general better idea for where, you know, the numbers are, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at least gonna help me get a better region guess. And that's kind of the point of learning metas, is to get better, even if I'm not going to get the 5K exactly every round. So that is going to be it for today. So thank you so much for watching this video of me learning French, region guessing metas, and Geoguessr for 1 hour. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. I'll have all the maps linked in the description if you want to try them out yourself. And I'll also have the Plonk It guide for France linked in the description as well, that I'll use to learn a little bit about the phone code areas before I play the 3rd map. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla, and have a great day.